Hey there, welcome back. Today, we're going to continue on our walk animation. I was looking at the blend space I have set up. It's pretty simple. I took out all of the directional stuff and just left our forward movement because we decided earlier that walking will not be able to strafe because that increased our animation scope pretty severely. So I was looking at this and I noticed that little jerkiness right there at the start of moving out of idle and then going to our walk animation. Then we kind of get that too when we go to the other anims also. And I'm not so worried about it once we're actually in the cycle. And honestly, I'm not so worried about it either because at some point we'll have a start animation and we'll have a transition animation that builds us, gets us from our 0 speed to our, I don't know, our 185 speed here. So this is just kind of bugging me, so I wanted to take a look at what was going on. So I notice here that we are scaling our vertical axis. So let's just remove that. We can see that we're not doing that wonkiness now with the shifting feet and working really quickly. So let's put that back and play it in the game. We've got our walk animation playing there. She's so adorable. I actually really like the way that's turning out. Okay, let's walk. I think we're walking now. Yeah, we definitely feel that here because I have a slower acceleration for this character. So that just feels really weird. I don't really want to see that. And that's not something I want in there when I start, if I start, recording takes from the game to get root motion information. So let's just remove that now. Go back and play. And maybe I should walk first. There we are, we're walking. And that feels a lot better. Of course, I think I am I? Let's see here on our vertical axis. Yeah, I'm smoothing that out so you can see that as we move around our X position here, it takes a little bit for the X to catch up on the vertical axis. So we also have it on the horizontal for direction. Nope, we don't. It just keeps up. But X is definitely slower. I'm using that to help us feel like we're actually speeding up while we're moving to these different speeds. So let's continue on our walk. We'll save that. We'll drop that, and here we are. Here's our walk. We'll stop playing. Actually, let's review. Last time we did our arms. We added more moving up and down. And what we're going to do today is continue on our arms and get those looking a little better. So we might add more bob into the spine and the head as well. I really like this kind of side to side that we have going on here. The thing that we need to remember though, that she does have her cape on. Let's go to our SKM, our skeletal mesh. We're going to go down to our LOD sections. We're going to enable our cape. We're going to play our game. And now we're going to walk. So from the game's perspective, this is what we'll be seeing. I need to always remember that there's this big pink blotch right in the back. And that's just part of her character. So things to keep in mind when you're animating. I know animators like to turn off stuff so they can really review the motion. I think it's very important to review it how the player will experience it in the game. Okay, let's go back, hide, disable. There we are. And we're going to play. And let's get started. So we're in our base layer. Just going to come here. I'm going to work on the left side. I usually work on the left side. Last time I worked on the right side. It felt a little odd, to be honest. So here, when the arm gets back to this back position, so we're saying that its most extreme position is here. We want to have that hand and the bottom part of that arm start dragging. So if I just, let's see, where's that? Yes, key 3. I go to key 2 after, so that's 5. And I'm not really worried about animating solely on that Z axis there. So I'll just animate in world here. So as the arm starts pulling forward, we're just dragging. And then we'll catch up here. And then we'll start dragging this way. And we'll drag a little bit more here. What we might do here is just put another key in there, right there. And then we'll copy and paste that. We got a little bit of drag from our side to side. So I am seeing like a tiny pop here, there. If we can just push into that a little bit more. Just want a little bit of overshoot there. Bring that down, soften it out. Still pop. Looks like it moves really far. Let's check our Y here. Curves aren't great. Tangents aren't great. You know, sometimes I'll select the tangent. That's an old Maya thing. I have to get used to the fact that I can just touch the tangent and start dragging it out. So we're wide here, kind of wide. Yeah, let's try a little wider here. Bring that over. I wouldn't have expected it when I'm going through these keys to go outside my range. Wonder if that's a thing. I doubt that will do it, but probably just means I can't change the time range. Yeah, weird. Anyway, maybe there's a setting somewhere I can find. Okay, we are back on our Y. And definitely feeling that pretty strongly. Might be, I wonder if it's coming from someplace else. This is where sometimes I like eyeballing things more than, like, if you're just working off your tangents, your curves here, like that doesn't look like a curve that should look good animation wise, but I actually like that better where it kind of holds that position. So it gets there and holds it. So it's definitely softer. So I pull this up a bit more. Yeah, that feels a lot softer. Don't want it to hit like super hard or anything. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, delete, just that one. Take this and whoops. Let's do them all. All the curves, all the keys, all the keys. Don't want to delete them all. I'm gonna copy, paste that over, paste. I think that worked. Nope, it didn't. Nope. Maybe I didn't copy it. Copy and paste. Weird. Let's try again. Copy, paste, 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 paste. Huh, that is odd. It's like she's walking her dog right now. Um, okay, that's strange. Sometimes there's things and you gotta figure it out. Well, first of all, let's undo and get my animation back. And we'll just keep working. I don't know, this thing's gonna crash. Oh, I got lucky. Okay, let's come back here. Save it. Now let's keep undoing. Maybe it won't undo anymore. Oh, I got this back. Okay, let's try redoing just real quick. 2 Control Y is a redo. Okay, let's keep it there. Let's just pretend like everything's working. Sometimes I just want to animate and I don't want to figure out some technical issue. Excuse me. Okay, let's see here. Where were we? So the arm, all we're doing here is just kind of like a floppy action on the arm, essentially. The arm's moving forward and moving backward. We're dragging it and dragging, 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 and then when the arm moves forward, we have it follow through, and then we drag again. And we can extend that if we want. So let's come here, hit times equals, let's just double it. Didn't mean to double the scale. So 1, 1, there we are. So you can see how that's working now. So if we and equals 0.5 to get it back to where it was. Oh, but the scale. Keep grabbing the scale. 1. So what I should be doing is just grabbing here in our Anim details panel. So we're just kind of dragging a little bit here. Just want to copy that over. And I think we can move this up here. I'll just leave it like that. I'm not going to clean up the keys or anything, or the tangents. We're going to move on to the wrist, where we want this kind of dragging here. Actually, probably want this around 15. And then what we're dragging here. Yeah, here. And then we're going to drag a little bit here too. It's real floppy. Just kind of no weight to it. Just being very casual. So just getting that to work. It feels good. We'll do the same from the front view. Or once it hits here, we'll say it's moving from here, the out position, and then kind of from the forward position in. The same thing here, in that out position, and then we'll go in here. Okay, it's not perfect. Gotta clean up those tangents. It's a little floppier than I want, so just gonna take this on these keys, these two controllers for the lower arm, the wrist, do times equals 0.75. I think that's okay. Might have actually liked it a little bit. So times equals 1.1, just to get it back to kind of where it was. I like that. Okay, cool. So we'll save because I want to have learned my lesson after 20, 23 plus years of animating. I still haven't learned that lesson. Just be careful out there. Okay, so let's kind of just counterweight that. I think you can kind of go either way here. I don't like to always be accurate. I like to play around with different ways to do things sometimes. But yeah, let's come over here and let's come over here for the weight. And that does feel better. Okay. Let's see here. So if we want to do like a catch scene weight thing, want to do that, and then we just well, let's do this overshoot here. Ooh, we don't want to do that overshoot on everything. I guess it's just on the Y here. So doing it on everything. Just want to make sure. No, it isn't. That's great. So it really does just isolate that curve. So here we want to kind of come back here a little bit. So same thing. Then we just want to overshoot that a little bit right there. And then we want to favor that here. It's a little jerky. This can go up. We can pull this down a little bit and fix these tangents just to see. I don't know, that's good enough. It's okay. Let's go back to set this to post-infinity cycle. That's a lot better. I like that. Let's set a key there and delete that one. And then we'll fix these tangents. So you gotta have a lot of tools in your arsenal to just try to figure out how you want to set things up for your character. To me, it doesn't really matter how you go about it. It's the end result that the player sees they don't really see all this, the work that went into it. I think they can appreciate it, but at the end of the day, they want a great play experience. So just whatever gets it there the fastest. Okay, let's do some bobbing up and down. Let's work on the pelvis first. So we're going to go up here, and then down here, up here, down here. Let's do a little bob. I might have already had something in there, so let's just go ahead and undo all that. Okay, there we go. So let's check our, yeah, I do already have something. Can I exaggerate it more here and here? I can. That doesn't mean I should. Looks a little jiggly. Don't want that. I think I can exaggerate these movements here. And the side to side. I'm not sure if I need this key here on X. Just get a little bit more sashaying in there. This key, this is what, 6? So 3 from here. So 1, 2, 3. So that's what this one needs to be. 1, 2, 3. Let's move that over. Maybe not that far down. Okay, let's try. Do I already have some movement here on Y? Do. I have that back and forth. I'm going to try doing that here, this way. So I can't remember how I did it. I'm just going to copy it, paste it on this Y. See if copy and paste works. No. Paste. Weird. Huh. Still not working. Copy. It's usually a pretty straightforward thing. Whoops. I just want that Y. Copy that. Come to this Y. Paste that. There it goes. So we want it more in a circle. So I have to mess with the up and down here. So it is a circle. So the forward, I want that coming forward more there. And then back more here. So just kind of widening out that circle. And copy these two, paste here. Okay, now we're getting something. So what we want to do is kind of tuck. Maybe tuck it here a little bit. Then I think I want to start undoing the tuck there. So on the rotation, what rotation is that? Go to explicit. Where is it? Right there. That is my Y rotation. X rotation. Ah, there it is. Let's copy, paste that. Okay, cool. So now what we have are two curves that I want to scale. Times equals 0.25. Just get some of that motion, not all of it. Sometimes I need to over-exaggerate something to see it. Okay, let's turn these motion trail off. Well, with copying working, let's see if we can get this done. We're going to copy this one over to this one. And that's no bueno. Come here. We're going to copy and paste. Huh. What is going on? I wonder if it has to do with, let's set a key here and let's set the key here. We'll grab all these curves, post infinity constant. I don't know if it has anything to do with this. Let's see. We'll copy, fingers crossed, paste. Got something. Something's there. How bizarre. There it goes. Weird. I'm not sure what I did. Huh. Okay. So we'll copy that, delete that, paste it. Moving that back, and then get the wrist, copy, and delete and paste. And now move that back. And what I'll do is I'll take all these, copy and paste them, and then we'll move it back. I just want these here. We'll move it back 9 frames because our whole cycle is 18. So just taking half of that, 9 equals 9. I don't know what's happening here. What are the attributes doing? Huh. How strange. Let's try again. What is pasting? Is this the problem? And then copy that. I mean, doesn't seem wrong. Copy that. Paste. No. Huh. How hard do I have to hit Control C? Who knew copy and pasting would be so difficult? Copy. We are deleting and we're pasting. We are deleting. Whoops. I don't want to delete that one. I want to copy that one. Delete this one. And we're pasting. I guess it pasted the wrong stuff. We're copying. We're coming over here. We're pasting. Okay. There we go. That is the expected result. Copy, pasting. And I'm just going to grab everything. Needs to be here. Right there. Aha. So one time I worked with this junior animator and I thought I knew all the tricks. And then she showed me like this way to offset the animation. Not the method I'm using. I had to ask her a couple times how to use it, and then I still forgot it over time. But it was definitely a better method mathematically to do this. So I don't know if she's out there watching, but I would love to know that again. So, okay, anyway, we've got our arm swings. Let's come in here and get some upper body bob. So same thing with the pelvis. We were going up here. Let's come down here. So over to, and then we're gonna copy that, paste it. Actually, no, I'm not. Come, oops. Oh yeah, okay, let's come up. Here, and then two over, and then come down a little bit. Could have just copied that, but feels stompier. Let's take these two, delete them, move those over, and exaggerate just a smidge. Move that down. Oh, something happened. Weird. I don't see that in the curves. A little twitch there. Let's see about deleting these and see if that happens. Yeah. I guess it did something. Oh, I just undid it and I don't even see it anymore. Oh, that's strange. So let's go up here and then down. Whoops. Down here. Just really exaggerate that. What's that? There we are. Okay. Then what we can do is kind of rotate this back a little and then forward a little. And then same thing, back a little, forward a little. Yep, not here. You'll notice that I'm not copying my animation right now. I think this is just X. So here, we want to go forward a little here, little, just a little. There we are. Cool. Now we got some bounciness in there. So we gotta make sure that we can see that from the game. So what I'm gonna do is play. All right, I think I saved it. Go to sequencer, copy, right click, bake animation. Locomotion, unarmed. I'm going to change that folder name to base and export. And we'll save again. We'll leave this playing and we'll play. Change our movement speed to walk. I like it. I think it's important to see it from your game too and understand the, like the quality that you want to make. Because at this point, I don't really know if I want to touch the tangents on the arms. There is some more up and down I want to do on the clavicles. Let's get that going. So we'll do our clavicles here. Go to our curves. Just same thing. that we're doing on the pelvis. Go up here, and then let's go to 6, and we'll go down here. Let's try the skin. I thought I had both selected. We'll go down here, then up here, and then 3 over, we'll go up, and then 3 over, we'll go down. Definitely feels heavier, just not really what I'm going after. And let's take all of our, just here, all of our translation. Let's times equals, let's do half of what we're doing here. I think I just said 5. Let's say 0.5. I don't remember. I think it was half times equals 0.35. Let's do that. And then I think with the Y rotation here too. I bring this back over. So let's I need to right click on the actual curve, cycle, and then cycle. That's where it was originally. That I think I like more. Oops. Let's play with offsetting it. Not that way, just on the horizontal axis. You can see here we're kind of counter animating the rotation out. Just playing along with it. You just kind of see what this does. You see how we're getting a little bit more side to side now, but it's going in the opposite direction. I like it best when it went along with it. I think that's that one there. And I'm going to take this on, I guess that's, what is that, X, Y, Z, okay. Our twisting. I wanted to mess with taking that down a little bit. 5 equals 0.25. So these are all the decisions that you're going to have to make for your character. How much of what, on what key, how does it contrast or work with another part of your body. Okay, great. I think that's where we'll leave it for today. We've got our arms working. We finished our upper body. We have our bobbing up and down. So I think we're good. So, if you're working on your first walk animation, I say keep going. Try to figure out how far you can get and put it in the game and play around with it. All right. Happy animating out there. See you next time.